Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Sunday. It is October 18th, 2020. So we're going to talk here in a minute, but I just kind of wanted to show you. It's really freaking windy today. It's definitely cooler today. Becky had asked if we could go for a ride, so we went for a ride, and it was just... we were getting pushed around on that bike, I can tell you that. That wind is really, really kicking out there. So that made it quite interesting. And it was a little chilly with that as well. But that's how it goes. I just want to remind everybody first before we get going here that I will be live streaming tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And so definitely join us for that. And so we're looking forward to seeing everybody then. Looking forward to seeing everybody for the live stream tonight. I'm not sure what the topic is going to be yet, but I'll get that set up and we'll go from there. I was going to show you over here real quick before we get into this topic. We started taking the tie vac off the side. So somebody was like, oh, well, you put whatever siding you're going to put on over the tie vac. I'm like, no, you don't understand. The siding was already on here. My former brother-in-law, he just... I'm going to tell you what. You've heard of everything being jerry-rigged? That's my former brother-in-law. Everything is jerry-rigged with him. There's nothing wrong with the siding, and he decided to put the tie vac over everything because he was going to put some other kind of siding over the top of that. So the reason that we're taking that all off is because when the seasons through the winter, we want it to season evenly. So we need it all to be the same. So that's all got to come off of there. It's just it's just a nightmare. He made more work than he did. I'll be honest with you. And the work that he did do was not well done. And I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus, but you look up jerry-rigged. That's what he does. That's his skill level. So we gotta get everything fixed and squared away, and that's what we'll do. But so we started taking that off of there today. All right, let's get into this topic. I don't know if people are paying attention to this. I don't know if you guys have seen this in the news. What is going on? And I love how it is done. These guys are very, very smart, folks. People are very, very smart with what they're doing. So coming up here with all the protests that were going around all over everywhere, and Biden wouldn't denounce the protesters, right? And so that's hurting him with voters. So I don't know if you've noticed or not, but there have been not as many protesters out there as there were before. But what are we hearing about, right? So you're not hearing about the protests so much in the news anymore like you were. But what are you hearing about? All these horrible, horrible white supremacists. That's what you're hearing about, okay? They tried to make the Proud Boys into some kind of racist organization. And what the Proud Boys are, it's an eclectic mix of Americans that are tired of this nonsense. And they tried to vilify them. And there was video documentation of who the agitators were against the Proud Boys. And the Proud Boys are white, black, red, yellow. They're an eclectic mix of people. So I thought that was quite interesting that they would try to make them into some kind of racist group when they have a complete mix of different people in there. The manipulation, my friends, is unbelievable. It is unbelievable. So the reason that the protests, in my opinion, have been dampened down, not so much in the news anymore as they were before, is because, again, it looks bad for Joe Biden. Because it's his base, basically, if you want to put it like that. It's his base that's out there acting like idiots. And that's why he won't denounce them, because those are the people that are going to be voting for him, okay? They want socialism, so they're clamoring for it. They can't wait for it. So it's just, but we have to vilify, of course, white people. So that's why the whole thing with, Governor Whitmore, I believe her name is, or if I said that wrong, I apologize. She was going to be kidnapped and tried for treason and all this type of stuff. and of course it's a group of white people, right? So of course it has to be some kind of, it's a hate group. Oh my God, these horrible white people with guns, and it's just the manipulation, the nonsense, and the sad part is so many people believe that, that it is unbelievable. So, it's like they've been trying to make out like there's these huge groups of white supremacists out there, looking to cause trouble, when the trouble has been BLM and Antifa. That's who's been the trouble. When you have people that are driving out in the city or driving home or wherever they are just randomly, and of course they happen to be white, okay, and they're stopped, their cars are stopped, they're pulled, broken windows, and then they're beaten up, and they're pulled out of their cars, but of course that's not a hate crime, right? Of course not. That's just people expressing their anger. It's nonsense, okay? I'm so tired of the manipulation by the media for whatever the agenda is, which we kind of know what the agenda is. They want Trump out no matter what. They will do whatever they have to do to get Trump out, make him look as bad as they possibly can. And I love this part too. Oh, the economy is so terrible, and it's all because of Trump. No, it's actually because of the whole coronavirus and what has happened with the coronavirus and dealing with that. If we remember, more people were working, before this whole thing broke out, and people were actually doing pretty decently. The economy was actually thriving. Not anymore. But of course, it's all Trump's fault. It is amazing to me to watch. It really is amazing to me to watch. And people just buy it, hook, line, and sinker. And basically Biden has already said, now I want you to think about this. Biden has basically got out there and said, I'm going to raise your taxes. And people are like, oh yeah, sign me up, please. Let's put you in office so you can raise my taxes. I'm sorry, but you know what? I pay enough in taxes. I mean, we are taxed to death, okay? We got to remember, folks, complete manipulation is going on, and it's going to continue to go on. Regardless of who wins this election, that will not be the end of it. It's not going to be the end of it. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of manipulation going on, and you got to remember, this is important to remember, a lot of shortfalls in a lot of states. New York State, a lot of shortfalls as far as taxes in New York State because the people are not getting taxed because they're not spending money. So the revenue coming into the state is not there. You've had a lot of people leave the state because of everything that is going on, and they take their money with them when they leave. I just had a buddy of mine. He just retired. He's 62. He just retired. He packed up and he had bought a house in Georgia, and he moved down to Georgia. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him for getting out of here. He posted the other day, oh yeah, it's like 80 degrees here today. Like, I hate you. I don't really, but it's just, hey, it is what it is, okay? But again, there's a huge manipulation going on. People need to be paying attention to everything that's happening. You have to watch what the media is doing. With them basically dampening down on the rhetoric with the protest, it's because the protests were hurting Biden. So they can't have that. So they have to dampen that down, and we got to have a new boogeyman, which of course is white people. White people have been getting the blame for quite a while now anyway. But that goes without saying. So it's amazing. It really truly is amazing. But yeah, it is. This wind today is unbelievable here at the homestead, I'm telling you. It has been a crazy day. I want to hear your guys' thoughts. I want to hear what you have to say in the comments. Have you been noticing them dampening down on, the wall-to-wall coverage of these protesters, and making them out to be, they're peaceful protesters, but they're burning down cities and looting and stealing and beating people up and hurting people, because they're a different color than them, But that's okay. That's okay. It's amazing. It is absolutely amazing. So, like I said, I would like to hear your feedback on this topic. What do you think? What are you observing? What are you seeing? Are you seeing the same things I'm seeing? That's what I would be curious about too. Again, the election is getting closer, And man, they are amping things up with that. And again, we got to have the white boogeyman, you know, even though there really isn't a white boogeyman. Think about false flags manipulation. If you have an FBI informant inside a group of people that's stirring the pot, that's trying to get people amped up and ramped up to try to make like they're going to do something, and then everybody gets busted, it's very convenient, and it fits the agenda, okay? I think I got a smudge on here. Hold on a second. I want to hit that. There we go. And it fits the agenda. Pay attention, look through the deception, look through the manipulation, and see what is going on. Regardless of who wins this election, it is not going to be over by any stretch of the imagination. What are you doing, Miss Mal? You enjoying the rocks? Are you enjoying the rocks? Yeah. Well, anyway, guys, I am going to jump off of here for now. I definitely want to hear your feedback on this topic and hear what you have to say, because I think it's fascinating to watch. It's fascinating to watch it unfold, and it just never ceases to amaze me, the gullibility of most people that just feed right into whatever is spoon-fed to them. It is unbelievably amazing. And whatever happened to free thinking? Whatever happened to thinking for yourself? These idiots are going nuts playing. But again, you know, it is amazing to me how that goes on. But anyway, again, tonight, live stream at 8 p.m. Please join me then. We'll have a great talk, and we'll have an enjoyable chat. And I'm looking forward to it. And I'm not, like I said, again, I don't know what the topic is going to be yet, but we will get into that. We'll figure it out, and we'll go from there. Also, guys, remember, we are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. And as soon as we can get past that point and get past all the BS, we're going to be in much, much better shape, okay? So pay attention to that too, because it's like another part of the manipulation. Also remember, guys, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really important that we tell the people that we care about every single day how we feel. Also remember STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that can stop you from reaching your goals is you. They're so funny. Like, see how she grabs his tail? That is so funny. You know, like I said, stay positive, stay away from that negativity, and you're going to be just fine. All right? I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. I hope your weekend was good. I will see you all tonight. Prepper Nurse 1 out.